Hello, I wanted to do a video to show my newest Filofax. This is the Filofax Urban in Slate, and I got it off of an Australian Filofax site. It's filofaxshop.com.au. I will try to remember to link that down below if you want to check it out. They had it incredibly on sale. According to them, it retailed for like $80 or $90, and the entire thing, including international shipping, I got for $30 US. So really a great price for a Filofax, any Filofax, but I've been wanting a gray Filofax or planner for a long time. I know they had the gray Kiki K, and they have several gray like in the Finsbury and the Austerlees, but those are all really stiff binders, and I just didn't really like the style. So I saw this, someone posted in one of the Facebook groups, and I just loved the look of it. It's a canvas fabric material, and then a fake leather, a fake kind of suede leather on the spine. It's got a really cute detail right here, having the Filofax on the popper there, the visible popper. The Filofax on the spine, and the back actually has a full-length zip pocket. I don't have anything in there now, but that's a really handy feature, especially if you want to use this as a wallet or something like that. It'd be really nice. But I leapt on this deal. It didn't take too long to ship. I didn't get any, the only weird thing is I got no order confirmation. I got no shipping notification. I had actually just emailed the company to ask if they'd gotten my order, and then that afternoon I opened up the mailbox and there it was. So, pretty handy. If you've watched my other videos, you saw that I was using my Filofax Swift in Sage as a creativity inspiration binder. I love that binder. It was so cute, so happy. But there were a couple of people on some of the Facebook groups that were just desperate for it. They'd been looking for over a year, or they had stories about family members that had passed on that it reminded them of. And so I decided that once this one came, if I loved it, I would use this as my inspiration and creativity binder and pass along the Swift love. So that's what I did. I sold my Sage Swift because I love this one, and this is now my creativity and inspiration binder. I did change up basically just the front here just to make it fit better, but all I have in these pockets, I have a business card and then a couple of paper clips and a magnetic bookmark. I don't even have any Project Life cards in there anymore because I've used all the ones I had. But this is just a couple of Project Life cards put on top of some cardstock with a J.K. Rowling quote. We do not need magic to transform our world. We carry all of the power inside ourselves. So I just liked that and thought it was appropriate, especially to go into my goals. So here again are my 2015 goals. I'm not going to go too into depth because you can watch my other video to see how I have all this set up. But I did want to show how I'm tracking. I have for each month just a sheet of lined paper in here, and I'm mentioning each goal and where I am on it. There's some that are no progress. There's some that I'm very successful. So it just depends on what's going on. And at the very bottom, I have 3 plans for the next month, things I'm going to do to try and accomplish those goals that I haven't made progress on. My goals aren't resolutions. They're not like don't eat chocolate and then you're not supposed to do it for the rest of the year. They are a journey. So they're things I'm striving towards, things I'm working towards. The fact that I didn't accomplish all of these goals in January is expected. That's how I approach it. So that is my goal section. My next section is my poetry, and that really hasn't changed. My favorite, I started every journal with this John Keats poem because I just love it so much. So I've got Keats, some Dickinson, so on and so forth. Again, I took out the creative writing that I'm working on. This is my creative writing section. There's blank pages in here that I'm doing ideas, but stuff that I'm not really ready to share with the entire internet. So that's why I took those pages out. In here I have my reading log. I took out the 2014 pages. Actually, I didn't take them out. I did initially take them out, and then I put them back in the back here. So here, I completed my challenge myself of reading a book a week. So all 52 books that I read in 2014. And then here's my start for 2015. I went on kind of a reading frenzy at the beginning of the year. So in the first 9 days of the year, I read 8 books. And then I have read 4 since then. I'm almost finished with an 800-page book right now. Most of these have been between 600 and 800 pages, a couple of shorter ones mixed in there. but that for some reason are the books that I'm attracted to. So I'll continue to track those in here. This is the Ollie clip standing by for when there are multiple pages. And then I have my quotes section. I've added a lot of quotes since I last showed this, so I'll flip through this quickly. I'm using a lot of my quotes now and putting them into my Midori, so I'm not sure how that will affect this section. But I just love this Shake the Hand That Feeds You from Michael Pollan. I'm very big into the local food movement and slow food, and really being aware of what we're putting into our bodies, as well as how that ties to our faith. So the next quote, "Food is God's love made delectable." Norman Wurzba. He's written several books and is actually a good friend. Well, maybe not a good friend. He was a professor, and I taught his kids. So I know him, in other words, and I'm friendly with him. But I just love that quote from him. Philippians 4, 6 through 7. This is just a Project Life card. Life is so much better when you're laughing. Play is the highest form of research, from Albert Einstein. Philippians 4, 8. This is a quote from an Outlander book. I love this series. I've mentioned it several times if you've watched my videos. But this is from An Echo in the Bone. Jamie Fraser is one of the main characters. James Fraser is talking about the difference between men and women as far as going into battle or risking their lives. Because a woman takes life with her when she goes. A woman is infinite possibility. And so as a woman and as a mother, I loved that. When you love what you have everything you need. Be the mom you want them to remember. Ecclesiastes 4, 9 through 12. Again, just a different version. Or no, I haven't done Ecclesiastes. This is Ecclesiastes 4, 9 through 12. The Edward Cornish quote, "The past is gone. The present exists only as a fleeting moment. Everything that we think and do from this moment on can only affect the future. And it is in the future that we shall spend the rest of our lives." Children are not a distraction from more important work. They are the most important work. I need to blow this up and just put it everywhere around my house. The C.S. Lewis quote, I love it. This I actually saw at a zoo on a thing on the attraction for the hippopotamus, and it just made me laugh. "There's an eagle in me that wants to soar, and there is a hippopotamus in me that wants to wallow in the mud." Carl Sandburg, which made me laugh. This again is Philippians 4, 6 through 7. And then 2 quotes from the founder of the high school I went to: "Behave yourself and try, and play the game of learning, not the game of school." So again, this entire binder is a work in progress, but it's where I go if I just need some inspiration. The last section, again, I'm not going to show because I didn't take them out, but it is just some note paper that I'm using to track just some things about myself, kind of like journaling, but more pointed than journaling, but still private. So that's that section. And then just a picture of my family. And then the notepad in the back. And this is just one of the Target Dollar Spot pens. I love these pens so much. They write so well and so smoothly. So that is there's not a pocket here. It looks like there might be, but there's not. So this is the Urban. Again, secretarial pocket, and then business card, and this is a half pocket down here. I didn't really go over the features of it. And it's, again, the canvas material, and then this is more of the canvas instead of the suede. But it's really cute. I like it a lot, and I'm loving using it as my inspiration binder. So there we go. I hope that this was helpful to introduce you to a model you may not have heard of before. I certainly hadn't before I saw how much it was on sale. So I thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye.